Welcome to the wonderful world of the Pauper Gauntlet. 3 decks have died in turn 2. Round 2 of the Pauper Gauntlet. It is double elimination, so you have to lose the first. And by doing a fatal mistake against Tron, which I don't even remember, I should maybe look at the video. See what I did. I think I'll do that. Okay, the error was Kasali Pride Mage. Have a sideboard plan. And I said I wanted to not lose with more than 9 decks. But 3 losses upset me. 3 eliminations upset me. And this deck is good enough not to lose. And Konorak has chosen to champion it. And I must not disappoint him. This deck will not be eliminated in this match. It will be eliminated from the Pauper Gauntlet one day. But this is not that day. And it's now or never. It's the final day at the zoo. Igla 13 is my opponent. And I am keeping this hand. So Squadron Hawk Rioters. Getting a white mana. Goblins. I can beat Goblins. Snow-covered plains. Nylea's Presence or Squadron Hawk. I think I have to play the Nylea's Presence here, so I can play the Rioters as a 5/5. And that should present a problem to the Goblins. Wall of Rioters. But you can never feel safe against the little tiny goblins. Because they're nasty. Sparksmith. That's a beating. And a prime target for removal. Nakatel Skyfisher trying to find removal. Or just let him take down the Rioters. What is the strongest line here? I think it is the Rioters. Turn 3 5/5 has to be good. But I must be very careful with the Skyfisher and be able to replay the presence the same turn. As he can now kill the Rioters. He does 5 damage to himself and I kill the cohort. No, he does 3 damage to himself. Okay, now he actually has 5 goblins, so he's gonna have a hard time sparksmithing things. That's gonna hurt a lot. Yeah. So Nakatel, who will still be a 3/3, and the Skyfisher. I think that's the line. And then we need to get the mountain with the Terramorphic Expanse. And maybe we should just do that now. Do we have a second mountain in the deck? Yes, we do. Should have checked that first. Okay, these are two solid blockers. Which Squadron Hawk is not. Yeah, I'm good. Are you paying the echo? I can deal a lot of damage. So I like when he does 5 to himself. Blocking the sled there and the cohort if I'm allowed. We can only kill one of my guys. Oh, we can kill 2 with the bolt. Or some other removal. I don't feel that threatened yet. Bushwalker would hurt, of course. And he does 5 to himself. So now maybe he has a bolt. Or a Bushwalker. No, just another War Marshal. So now Sparksmith is in pretty bad shape. Blocking the sledder. He will just sacrifice the War Marshals. He can do a ton of damage to me here. It feels pretty weak to play one. What did he sacrifice? He sacrificed the cohort. That must have been a mistake. Yeah, now only 1 damage gets through. But my Squadron Hawk has to work over time. Now he made it a 4-4. So presence. Hoping to draw something more relevant than a Squadron Hawk. But I do not. And I'll play it. Get the 2 squawks. Now at least they're out of the deck. And we are done. Two cards left. I'm at 15. But I can only play 2 squawks a turn. Cost 4 to get rid of the Squadron Hawk. Bolt works. Bushwalker is 10 damage. But he doesn't have it. Only 1 card left. Do I have a life gain thing? Can't imagine what that would be. Okay, let's draw something good. That's good. So we tap this for white, red, play the Skyfisher, return the presence to hand, play the presence, play a Squadron Hawk. No. He is flooding terribly. He has 6 lands. That's a lot for a Goblin deck. I really want to win this. Flame Slash. But that's all. That's all he has. But he's only gonna sacrifice a War Marshal, so that doesn't... I don't accomplish anything, but... Okay, he has 6 Goblins. I can only attack with 4, and I kill 1. This way. And he doesn't use it, so now I really wanted to kill... I really wanted to block the Sparksmith. I think I can get out of this now. He will have 2 Goblins left. But surely I can draw something. If you see any mistakes I make, and I'm sure I make mistakes with this deck, tell me the minute and seconds. I can find it quickly. You know that, you know the drill. Arsonist. And now he's just gonna trade with the War Marshals, and then he'll have 3 1/1s. And that's not very impressive, is it? And I'm at 8, so I feel fairly safe. I have plenty of good draws. Any creature, 7 land enchantments. That draws me cards. That guy should be able to do something. Ona's Grace would be pretty nice now. I should keep this land in hand just for Ona's Grace. Uh-oh, the Sledder. He still has a lot of work to do here. So I block a normal Goblin. How much damage can he do here? He can do 5 to me. And I think that's a better line than killing the Nakal. But he doesn't go for the Nakal. He does 3 to me. And then he just needs 1 more Goblin. And then I'm toast. Business, business, need life gain. Okay, don't read sideboard plans right now. Focus on the game. Another growth. And a forest. Uh-oh, I'm going to lose. if he draws a goblin, and he only has like 32 goblins. But he draws a mountain. But I'm not sure what I need to draw here. To win. So only needs one unblocked goblin. Okay, I'm gonna have to block the sledder. And he can only do 4. But being at 1 life against goblins is not gonna be nice. I block the sledder. This is not going to work. Okay, I can't resist looking at the sideboard plan. Delver, Affinity, Hexproof, MBC, Tron, Slivers, Delver, Fiend, Goblins. Now he goes for the 3 damage. Doesn't sacrifice the Arsonist. So I'm at 2. Which means that I have to draw a blocker now. It's the only way I can survive. Or a kill spell. And I have to Tribal Flames a Goblin, because I can only do 8 damage. And I'll die. So I'll kill that Goblin. With 5 damage. That hurts. And now he plays a goblin. I'm in the same situation again. It's not the mountain. What is it? It's turn 10. Should be a goblin. It's Foundry Street Denizen. And he now has lethal damage. As I'm gonna have to take 1 damage from the Goblin Arsonists. So I need a blocker now. Here's an Earth. So I unearth a Skyfisher. Returning Abundant Growth. See if I can outvalue him. But I don't have much time. Scred the Foundry Street Denizen. I have to start doing damage to him because he will eventually draw a bolt, and I can block the Arsonist with the Skyfisher. Do I have bolts? No. I just have Screds and Tribal Flames. And he draws a mountain. This is tight. It's very close. So damage spell now, I can finish him. A blocker would be awesome. Let's see what we get. Okay, he attacks. I block. And I'll be at 1, but now I don't need to hold back an attacker next turn. And I'm at 1. This is where Death Spark shines. And I win. Exactly as planned. Whew! That was exciting. Okay, we're taking out 3 prophetic prisms. Because we don't have time to dawdle around. We're taking out 1 abundant growth even. And we bring in 3 edicts. They are not very good against him. And bring in a Pride Mage. And we now have 2 duels to win and save Winter Sow in the Pauper Gauntlet. And that's what we want to do. We kept Grace in instead of Prism. Not sure about that. Keep this hand because it has lands. But it is very slow. Getting an island. He gets the 2/2. Wow, my hand is uber slow. Maybe I need to play Presence, because Gordon Hawk is a rotten blocker. Play Presence to find some removal or something else that can actually help me. Grace seems so much worse than Abundant Growth or Prophetic Prism that I took out. But on the other hand, Grace would have been nice in the last game. Here he comes. Okay, maybe it is the Squawk then, because it can actually block a Goblin. Yeah, I think it is the Squawk. Because now against the one toughness dudes, he actually does something. Edict feels really bad. And I can only get 1 Squawk, but that's enough, I guess. So now I'm going to defend myself with 1/1 for 2 mana. Now I got 2 Squawks just randomly. That wasn't too clever. So that means I'm discarding... God, I can't discard a mountain, can I? Yeah, that was unnecessary. And it might come back to bite me. He pays. I'm killing the... He needs to play a Goblin too, but that's not a problem. I'm killing the Goblin token. Of course. There's a Raider. And here's the attack, bringing me to 15. Oh, I should have thrown away the Grace. Oh my god. Messing up. Talking too much, thinking too little about the game. But I am rewarded with the 4th land. But will it be enough? Now I can safely get the last squawk at least. There is. Blocking the sledder. Raider. Play present squawk. Maybe we should block the War Marshal. Yes, we need to do that next turn so we get effect for the edict. Now it all evens out. What's in his hand? He didn't cast a creature, so I have to block the Raider, but he will just sacrifice the War Marshal. He did miss that one time in the last game. Yeah, he should save the Raider by sacrificing the War Marshal here, I think. Let me know if you disagree. And he does. Not disagree, he does the right thing. He must have just mountains and removal. So playing the presence. So now I can cast black spells. Tribal Flames the Conscript. Seems stronger. Removing 2 power. And then Squadron Hawk Edict. He must have so much damage in his hand. Another War Marshal. Makes Edict less good. Maybe I'm just playing 2 Squadron Hawks here. Arsonist. I have to do 2 things, and at this point the Edict doesn't do anything because of the War Marshals. I'm just playing the double Squadron Hawk. Yeah, Abundant Growth or Prism would have been nice. Okay, 13 lives. Bushwalker will be really, really bad, but Bushwalker is always bad for me. We haven't seen one yet, so it's about time. Block the tokens. Or maybe we should block the Arsonist so he doesn't have a good target for his ability. Yeah, I'm done this turn. The sacrificed arson is targeting me. So I get to keep a Squadron Hawk. But I am in dire straits here. Okay, if I cast Edict on his turn, at least the War Marshal doesn't do damage to me. I can't cast double Edict. But now I can. So double Edict. Wait a minute. Then he can... No, he can't sacrifice any goblins in response to Edict. So double Edict it is. But I'm getting so close to death. But that was what happened last duel, right? So here they come. Do we wait for the sacrifice effect? Doesn't matter, right? It does matter. So we block the raider. Because it doesn't count on having to sacrifice extra goblins. He sacrificed the raider. Targeting the War Marshal, that looks like a misclick. So now we hit him with the edicts. And if he now sacrifices the War Marshal, his effect is gone from his misclick. I think this was very critical. Because this put him in a really bad spot, because he wants to sacrifice the War Marshal to Edict, of course. And that must have been a misclick. So now if he wants to save the War Marshal, he will have nothing left but the War Marshal. And that's not very impressive. And he does. So all I'm facing down now is a War Marshal. I'm at 8. He might have double Fire Blast though, and then I'm gone. Presence, Grace, trying to find something. But unless he plays something more, I have 2 turns in which to find something. I would have loved to have some sort of life gain ability. What do I do against Burn? Standard Bears. That's a blocker, that's pretty awesome. So play Presence. Okay, play the Pride Mage, who can block War Marshals and their tokens all day and give plus to the Squadron Hawk. He only has 4 minutes and 45 seconds left as well. But this, I suppose, is a perk of playing in the Just for Fun room. On the other hand, it did not save the 3 decks that have been eliminated from the Pauper Gauntlet, but Sue is not going to be one of them. Yeah, I should not F6 here, because I could have a need to cast my Edict. Edict works well against that deck. Apparently. A really cute girl and a really cute puppy just walked by. She's not a puppy anymore, she's 7 months old. Another War Marshal. And I think the time has come for Una's Grace. He needs to win twice now, so now I should just sit back and block. And try to prevent him from winning twice. But I think I got this. Uh-oh! That's not good at all. Where's my life gain at? Okay, next turn I can't let 1 damage slip through, so I will have to Edict in his attack phase. And my attacking days are done. Tribal Flames, a Goblins token again. That's the worst. And I only have 4 mana, so I can only Edict and not Grace. And I will Edict if he attacks with both creatures and then block the one remaining with the Pride Mage. So I will have to Edict in the attack phase. That's bad. But now we know he doesn't have a Fire Blast because his hand is now empty. So it's time for the Edict. And he now has 245 to win twice. But I will have to block this. I don't dare to wait until next turn. So it's me and my Una's Grace against 2 Goblin. Whoa, look at that guy. Getting back the presence. Play the presence. Hopefully drawing a land so we can play the Grace. Or another presence. Wish I could play that. So I'm going to go to 4. Which feels very unsafe. Ah! That's lethal. No, it isn't. I have 1 life left. And I kill the Bushwalker. He can't kill me next turn without a great top deck, but he has plenty of good top decks. So I will be at 1 life again. The margins are indeed small. One life, feeling safe. This is my friend Wild Nakatel. And I choose to look for something. And I play another Nakatel. So now I'm just going to sit back here. And not die to another Bushwalker. but I still died to 1,000 other things. I should of course have played my land. He draws a bolt. But now 137 remains. So I don't think I'm gonna have any benefit from an Ona's Grace. And I'm boarding in Abundant Growth just because I need to be quicker. And here we go for the final duel. This is intense, people. I don't want a great deck. Whoa! He gave up because he had too little time left. And that, my friends, means that Winter Zoo is redeemed and saved by the system of double elimination. I'm actually quite pleased with double elimination. I know there's been a lot of videos, but I like this. I like you to get to know the decks. The people that are interested can watch all the videos, and then the real slaughter begins in round 3. And round 3 will be devastating. Remember, in the first Pauper Gauntlet, over 20 decks were eliminated in round 1, and that is what round 3 will be like. I expect 30% losses, at least 20 decks dying in round 3. Thank you for watching.